office at the highest levels and now represents Kenya internationally and of course locally on all stages. He is the amazing, incredible Ambassador Thomas Kwaka Omolo HSC, aka BigTed.
Yeah,
How you doing?
Thank you very much, and I'm happy to be at our G Radio Generation, the home of hard truths and bold insights.
I love that.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Yes,
but I'm not a motivational speaker.
Oh no,
I'm just a realist.
Okay.
Because I don't think that the things that I go through are so unique to myself. And some of the things that I'll even talk about, it doesn't mean that I've actually overcome them.
Yes.
But I'm just bold enough to say that, hey, I mess up here, I mess up there, and this is how I rise up. So I don't want you to guys to pin me out, and guys now will start to go like, oh, this guy, we know he's going through this or going through that. Yes, I'm going through all these things that every normal person is going through.
So
but the biggest question is, how do we get out?
Yeah. And the best part is, at least when people see people, like, I understand, like, it's normal and it's human for you to go through these things. It actually be like, I think you can cling on and like, I can actually do it. All I need to do is just span it a bit and I just fabricate a little bit things and then change this, stop this, and then everything will be okay. So when someone actually thinks of you as a motivation speaker, it's not a bad thing, because I've watched a lot of your stories and they've motivated me so much. You really know.
In fact, I was motivated by you today a lot. Today when I walked into this office, I walking the way I came just because of you. And another thing I like about you is that you just don't walk alone. You also bring other people into the studio.
I'm like Liverpool. No, I was actually having a meeting because I'm interested in investing in the next generation of creatives, of people and everything. And there's a thought I've been having about young kids. How can we be able to help young kids nurture their talent? Because you see, talent is connected to confidence and to a lot of things and your growth as a person. So I met up with Suzie, and we're doing a meeting, and I told her to bring me here. Then as we're sitting there having coffee, I was like, hey, we're going with you in the studio. So she has no idea, but she has an idea. And but she's here. Then she can now tell you what she does and what she's doing.
Welcome to the show, Suzie.
Oh, thank you for having me. Very, very impromptu.
It's okay. First of all, I have to compliment a lady when she looks good. You look amazing. You're fabulous.
Oh, look at you. You look fabulous as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
On such short notice. As we said, we had a meeting earlier on. I've known Mr. BigTed for quite a while, for some time now. Maybe a little brief introduction about myself.
Yeah, sure.
My name is Suzie Kirui. Yes, I am a former beauty queen, still a beauty queen. I was Miss Earth Kenya 2019-2020, represented this lovely country in Manila, Philippines. I was among the top 20, battling across 150 countries. You can imagine. So there was so much pressure within me that time. Then I came back to the country, and now I've launched my own agency back in 2022 that deals with tapping and nurturing young talent as young as they are.
That's beautiful.
So I deal now with schools. I have a modeling program called Modeling 360 that deals with public speaking, etiquette, how you walk the talk as young as you are, to also personality development, confidence. And I just started from what I saw back in Asia. And I said, why can I not do
it in
this
Kenya?
In Kenya, they're doing it so well in those powerhouse beauty pageant countries. And I said, like, let's make a change for now. So that's my area of interest right now, and it is growing crazily to a point where I might be overwhelmed. So the thing is, with me now, I'm creating also employment for the young, for Sisima Gen Z.
Right.
So
excuse me, this interview was mine. Meanwhile, you're here about to tell us where your shags is. Where's your shags?
Come on, relax. Let the queen speak first, and then we'll come back to you.
I saw. She was now going down towards Kinungi. And the car doesn't have brakes. She was like, listen, by the way, you guys can check me out. Check my social. Follow me, like, hashtag.
Okay. No, let's give her permission. Finish, Suzie, what you were saying.
Hata nilikuwa nimemaliza.
Wombo.
Haya basi, wacha tuanze kwingine. Let's start with our journeys, right? Hey, Uluya imeanza kukuja.
That's more like Kikamba. Your body
Oh my goodness. All right, rewind.
Okay.
All of us have gone through something in our lives. We started somewhere.
Yeah.
I wanted to know where both of you started, right? Your journey from, I've read so many stories about you, but I wanted to know, what was it that you decided that I'm going to change my life, transform myself to be the person that I am today?
So personally, I decided that I'll never give up. Like, I don't care what I'll go through. I can cry for a minute. Like now, my social battery is pretty low. I can't stand too much staying with people for too long.
I know.
I'm a very social guy, but right now my battery is very low. So after a few minutes, I start feeling like, okay, I'm draining out, and so I found solace in myself and in God. So number one, I'll never give up, and number two, my foundation is God. And let me tell you, I tell guys every day, I don't care what you know about my past, but my past is what has built me and brought me to where I am right now. So whatever you know about my past, or whatever you know I did even yesterday, that is your own thing.
Yes.
It has built me better to be where I am right now. So number one, don't give up. Number two, you must be attached to something. You know, you look at all this equipment here. If you unplug it from the socket, it will be useless. It won't work, simply because it needs its power source. So my power source is God. And with that, I find purpose. With that, I find meaning. With that, I find solace. And with that, I find hope. I'm sure that there's just something better tomorrow. You know, even if it may not look like it. Like I'm convinced like there's something better tomorrow. Let me tell you, I can't even wait to see what tomorrow has for me. Like, let me tell you, I wake up every day in the morning at 5. And I wake up running like I'm like, today, something will happen. Something will happen, you know.
Something amazing.
I didn't even know like what this session will turn out into, you know, but I was just like, something will happen, you know. I'm just excited. I wasn't even going to come with her. I was going to come alone, right?
Yes.
And then we're talking, and I was like, let's go here. Let's go. Something will happen if you give it time.
What about you? What is your story? Are you like, something will happen, or you're like, I go down, but I pick myself up?
Yeah, I'm always a firm believer of never giving up on oneself, because I've been in the industry, modeling industry, for 9 years right now and counting. And I met him also during my path, and also last year when we were actually doing a project for Miss Universe where he was the chief judge. So I'm like, oh, we meet again. So we're just destined to walk in the same path.
Yes.
And definitely I believe with what he says.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ted, you've won so many hats, from radio to a best MC Steelies to diplomacy. Walk us through the journey.
All right. So number one, let me just throw this out there. There is no MC or host out there who is better than me at being me.
Yes.
Even if they try, they can never be me. But before you get ahead of yourself when you're listening to this, I can also never ever be as good as they are at what they do.
Yeah, true.
Because you're you. You know, check this out. God has actually planned out your life for you in a particular way. And it wasn't a group call, it was an individual call.
Yeah.
Like, God made you on your own. That's why you were born alone. So it means this guy has already punkered for you your life the way it should be. And the fact that I'm getting blessed doesn't mean that now it's taking away from you.
Yeah,
True.
true.
Like heaven is not running out of stock of blessings because I'm getting blessed. It just simply means that you just need to align yourself to exactly what God is going to do, and He's going to come through. You know, so I've been around the block, man. God, let me tell you, my first business in Eastlands was garbage collection.
Okay.
You know, by there was a chick who had sat here with a weave, and there's like a piece of weave here. Allow me to chomo it. I don't drama.
What color is it?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's gone. Moving on swiftly.
Yeah, but did you hear the joke about the weave?
No, I didn't. What is it?
The one the witch cut a piece of the hair and was going to bewitch the person who was kneeling. And there's somebody suffering in Asia right now.
Because of
somebody else. Okay. Sorry for us who wear ballast.
With all.
Anyway,
But it's yours. It's yours.
Why?
You bought it.
Yeah,
It is yours.
It's on my head. Yeah, so it's
It is
mine.
yours.
All right. So you were saying about challenges
So
and
the first thing which I started doing was garbage collection.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage collection, and then garbage collection was a new thing because that time we had a very efficient county or city council. So you going to introduce a new product and going like, I can collect your garbage. The guy's like, but why? We already have garbage, which is being collected. It's the same thing as emceeing. For the longest time, people will never understand what I really do. Like unafanyanga nini? Like I'm an MC. Like, okay, because those uncles are never paid in funerals and weddings. They do it for free. So they're wondering, how can someone pay you to talk, yet us guys do it for free? And it goes with all the new careers that are there. Even in radio, guys just usually think a guy just sits behind there, sends salams, unaendelea ati wewe unaongeanga kwa radio.
Unaongeanga tu.
Sasa hiyo ni kazi gani? Lakini kazi gani unafanyanga? So from garbage collection, I went on now to, because that time I used to be a rapper, I used to be a musician, and we would go for gigs. And I remember this particular place. It was actually Nairobi Baptist Church, which used to have one gig 31st December. So when we go in there, the MC there, I'm sorry, whoever you are, the MC was boring, So I was like, this guy bana. So that gap where the MC would slakey, my pals would torture me. I panda on the stage. I hype up the crowd. I go sit down again. So the next gap guys are like, yeah, bring the guy back again. The guy comes back, and everything. And I do my thing. And then I go back. And then within no time, I'd be called to different places. But then we could never charge. Because the guys would be like, why am I paying you to MC for what? Then it went on. And I remember I got my first ever gig. Big up to George Murimi. George Murimi gave me my first gig, which was we're opening the select shops for Shell. Okay. And I remember very well, he told me to MC a couple of gigs. And we're opening the one on Haile Selassie. They just rebuilt them in the model of South Africa petrol stations. And I was there, so we used to have me, and then the guy who brought the sound messed up, like he was late and everything. This guy was like, listen, I'm tired of this. I'm like, guy, I know I can get some sound for you. So he goes like, okay, listen, what else can you do? I said, I can MC, I can get the sound, I can get some artists.
Can you be a rapper?
He tells me, listen, Aya, do all these things. How much will you charge me?
Uh-huh.
Tells me, I'll give you 100 G's. That time 100 G's was a lot of money.
I know.
I'm like, 100K, wow. So I'd go, bring the sound. I'm the sound engineer. I put it together, and then I get... we didn't have decks for DJs then, so it was CDs, so I can do that also. So I used to have this combination. We had a group called Big Matata Band. And they were off the mushrooms. They were the kids of the mushrooms, dreadlocked guys, nice.
Yeah.
And then we had another a group called the Big Star Dancers. It used to have those mbilikimos, 2 of them, and some 2 chicks.
Okay.
Then Lingala was very, very big.
Yeah.
And then they used to have BigTed. So you have a whole combination. Then in there I'd throw in my artists, Red Sun, Chameleon, Baby Cool, to come in and perform. So we went around the country, and then within no time I got another gig and another gig and another gig. And then one day the phone rings, and the phone didn't ring because we didn't have mobiles then. And it sounds like it's long ago.
Yeah, but it's all right.
Yeah. So I see in the paper that there's this new station opening, and they're looking for people who can talk. My pals are like, where? Go. So I go. Now, I remember before that, because I was doing a lot of promotion, I'd just gone to Mombasa, and I used to take artists, and I'd taken Darling P, who I met 2 days ago. I'd taken a couple of artists, and I have a story about Darling P, by the way.
Let me put it down so that you don't forget.
So when I was, so I wrote this thing. I didn't have a good CV because I haven't gone to university, or my college was until I did French, and then I did business studies, and then a pitman's course. Then you could do a pitman's course, a business course. So I wrote. I send it by mail because the email that time it was only one email, Africa Online. There was no other email, and for you even to go send an email, you have to go to a cyber, and then the cyber by 7 o'clock imefunga. There's no email you can read, and then we used to spend a whole day poking each other. Like that was the only way your friend would know that you're seeing them. Not online. There was no online.
Oh, just to poke.
Yeah, so you poke them,
back.
then next week they poke you back, then you poke them Wow. So by that time, I used to have a pager because that time we're doing Miss Kenya, and we're being sponsored by Capital Pages. So I remember, and big up Kadri Ayar, who's now the honorary consul for Kenya, I think it was Estonia. So I get a message. It says, call this number. So I go to Asimu ya Jamii. I pay, it was 20 bob. And then I call the number. They go like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, hey, cool. Like, did you send a letter to us? Yes. Okay. Tomorrow, make sure you are in Westlands. Where? I'm like, there's a new building being built. Come there next to St. Mark's. I'm like, cool. So I go tomorrow, the next day. I get there. It's just a full floor with nothing in it. But there's a table over there. So I walk in.
That's odd.
They tell me, are you here for the interview? Yes. Okay, sit here. So I sit. Some white guy and some old guy there with specs and another guy sit there. And then they ask me, what about you? Missing a CV. So what I did, I just removed a stack of photographs. I told them, that's who I am. Gazeti, mapicha nimepiga kwa events, wapi nime-MC, everywhere. I told them, that's who I am.
Wow, okay.
So now I had to force the guys to go through one by one. Then they just asked me, okay, listen, we like you. We are opening a radio station and we'd want you to hire you. I'm like, cool. Of course, I used to have a kind of Jeff Mwangemi, so I knew this thing, I'll just flow with it, and then I'm a girl of Storo. So I said, cool. So I got in. They told me, we'll call you in the afternoon. I was like, I'm waiting here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, I also didn't have tunes for lunch and for bus fare to go back, so I couldn't go and come back. So I decided I wait. So I waited. Then they told me, okay, so now I think we want to work with you. Okay, we have a drive show. And we want you to do a drive show. That time, Caroline Toko has been hired. She's doing breakfast. And then Sheila Monyega was doing mid-morning. And then we had a guy called Mr. Flavor who was doing mid before drive. And then I would come and do the drive. And then we'd have in the night, someone else would do the late night into the graveyard. No. Those ones came later.
Okay.
So we get on there and then they ask me, okay, now I want to discuss salaries. Now, I used to work at Miss Kenya, and at Miss Kenya, the owner of the pageant owned the house we used to live in South B. Okay. So he had given me the SQ at 6 Gs.
Okay.
But he used to pay me a salary of 6 Gs.
Fool me once, fool me twice.
No, but you see, it was a good thing. And for me, it taught me how to be very savvy. Like I said, okay, I've already lipad rent, so I can now enjoy. But now I look for work. So what did he used to do? We do a Miss Kenya. He tells me to MC 5K,
okay,
to DJ 6K, to the technician 4K. So I tell them, no, I'm a technician. I join the speakers 4K. I MC 5K. I come and DJ 6K.
Sorted.
Yeah, and
from
that time, and that time we used to play CDs.
Yeah.
So just go burn your CDs in the way you want them to play. Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. But then you only hit song you shall go. Then you know this Cecilia, you must sing it with action.
Yeah.
Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. Have you seen those guys singing that thing with so much emotion?
Yeah, true.
Anyway, so they tell me, okay, I want to discuss salary. So they ask me, how much do you want? Remember, I'm being paid what?
6 Gs.
6 Gs.
Yes.
Are you listening to this story? You, Suzie? Huh? Are you listening to this story? We will ask questions after this.
Yes. So they ask you.
So they tell me, okay, how much? I'm like, I'm being paid 6K there. If I double these tunes, I'm barely a killer. You know, because that's 6. Now I'll have 12, and then I'll be able to balance. So I said I'll say 20.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's
I told them, I'm being paid 6K and I'm enjoying, because you see, I had other sources of income. I was an artist, manager, MC, so I was earning other tunes. But I was like, just to be on radio, give me 20K. The guy looks at me. They tell me no. I'm listening. In my head, I was just like, I name a choma. I'm about to lose this gig. So now I'm getting desperate. I'm like, listen, even with that 20K, I can MC. If you guys have an event, I can even know to shikanisha equipment. Now I'm trying to sell many things, you know. The guy goes like, Z. We cannot do that. All right. So he tells me, we will pay you 60,000.
Sure. Did you sleep? At that time in that year.
There are two things which went through my head.
What?
First of all, I was like, these guys are setting me up so that I say yes. Alafu they tell me they can't afford me. I'm like, I won't accept this thing. I'll tell them I only want my 20 G's. But uko behind the nini, many guys, I grew up in the hood.
Right.
There are guys also who thought I'll never make it. So uko, I'm just singing, all my enemies are suffering.
All my enemies are suffering.
So they tell me we'll pay you 60. When we remove the tax, it'll come to 48.
Okay.
I'm like, cool.
That's
they tell me,
good.
okay, you must go downstairs and open an account at Stanbic downstairs. So we go and we open. So we wait. I'm waiting for us. So we're told, okay, you'll do this part of the show. So I used to do Drive. And I remember when we opened the station, the first song we played was a Kiss song. You remember the
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, it's called the Kiss song. That was the first song we ever played. So we go on, but the problem which I went through there was I did not prepare myself for this particular next season of my life. And that's one of the most important things that I'm telling everybody now. I was actually having the same conversation with her. And I'm going like, okay, right now you might be in your harvesting season, but I'm a very spiritual guy, and the Bible tells me that under the sun there's a season for everything.
True.
A time to cry, a time to laugh, and none of them actually come together.
Okay.
All of them are different. So right now I'm learning to prepare for my next season. All right. So right now, where I am, I'm actually just tuning my head for the next season. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? So I get into this season, but I'm not prepared. Now I never knew that guys prepare content for the breaks that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I never knew that they give you a schedule and they tell you there are 20 breaks. Here you'll tease this, you'll tease that, you'll sell this, you'll sell that. And then nobody told me that you need to build up the story,
Yes.
tease it in, come in, build it, and then grow to the next one, do a song, cut, come here. If the guy is boring, move it. I didn't know. So me, I just come every day to the studio tu nimekuja na stories zangu za jaba, just ready to talk about anything.
Yes.
So after a while, this guy would tell me, Ted, there's something you're not doing.
Yes.
I'm like, what am I? I'm picking stories. The guy's like, no, there's something you're not doing. And he tells me, so after every show you do a prep where somebody actually takes you and tells you, hapo ulichupa mbao. I'm like, story vile ilikuwa imeshika. And then what happens during that time? I also get busy because towards the holiday season, guys are going to Kani, 9 o'clock. I'm on radio. Guys, there's Nakuru Great Rift, 7th. I'm on radio. Guys are uko Great Rift.
Yeah.
Guys are cooling ras. Where I'm in studio. So what we started doing, we started running away from Jobu. So we come in, we record the links, we disappear.
Yep.
Little did I know that the guy, wherever he was in the world, used to have there was a radio station called. It was one station. It had like 400 stations on it. It was called, they collapsed, but it was a very big station. And from anywhere in the world, he could listen to the show. And he could tell that you're not in studio.
That it was recorded.
So he would come and tell me, you're not in studio that day. I'm like, you didn't hear? The guy says, Z, you're not in studio. And then sometimes I think he used to do it intentionally. The system would hang.
Wow.
So now there's a gap on air and nobody's talking.
Yes.
So before somebody runs, and now guy had to come from home and put it in. So one day he just tells me, I need to move you from Drive. I'll take you to do Graveyard. Okay. And Graveyard, you'll do it on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I won't reduce your salo. So the first time it's good, but raha bado inakusumbua because you're talking. By the time you finish, I'm running to Kani. Guys are leaving Kani, going home. Now there's no happy, inside there. And then kidogo, guys, I've gone to Mombasa. I can't take in that time it was buses. I can't take a bus to run to Mombasa. And I used to also manage artists. So I get a show in Webuye.
You can't go, but the artist has to go.
So I run away from Jobo.
Ash. Okay.
So one day he just called me and told me, hey Ted, we need to talk. Then he told me something very crazy. He told me, Ted, I see amazing potential in you. And he told me something which changed my life. He told me, Ted, in the future, you would be a great leader in this country. And a great leader in...
Thank you, it's okay.
And we're back.
It's allowed.
It's okay, it's me who did it.
I don't know who... I think there's somebody else talking on this microphone.
It's our village mates who are doing that. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, my enemies, please. I've not made all the money.
So there's greatness in you.
Yeah. So he told me, Ted, I see an amazing future and greatness in you, and you'll be a leader, a great leader in this industry in the future. But Ted, I don't have time to wait. I have to let you go. Now I only had the part of great leader and go And I told him, thank you. And I stood up and I left that building on the third floor, third floor. And as I'm walking down the stairs, as I'm walking towards the gate, it finally hits me like, hold on, I have just been fired. And you know the problem of these things is that when you come back, you can't come back as staff.
Yeah.
Even the door, now you have to negotiate with the guard. Naenda kuona nani huyo alisema hataki kuona wageni, mwambie ni mimi. Hata wewe alisema hataki kukuona. So from then onwards something crazy happens. During that instant when I've been fired, it's just like 2 days or 3 days, I receive a call from this guy. He used to run a big club in Mombasa called Mamba.
Yes.
He tells me, listen, Ted, you came here with the artist Chameleon. Yeah. I'm looking. He was Austrian. He says, oh yes, I'm looking for a manager. A marketing. Yeah. You want to do? Yeah. So of course that time I'm pulling a hard stunt. Yes, I want to. But what is it for me? Yeah. You come right now to Norfolk.
Yeah.
I go to the Norfolk.
Okay.
He used to live there. And I meet him there. He used to be very crisp. And he tells me, listen, you want the job? I say yes. He tells me, listen, I give you 120,000 shillings a month.
Okay.
I give you a car.
Okay.
I pay for
House?
your phone. And every Friday you come to Mombasa. That time we used to have an airline called Regional Air. It was an offshoot of British Airways.
Yes.
And he tells me, every you come, you stay, I give you hotel and a car. So I'd go to Mombasa, I have a Muso. In Nairobi, I had a Golf.
Yes.
And they used to give me 2,500 shillings every month for my phone. And they used to give me full tank fuel, as long as I bring the receipts. And then I had a small budget, because now I was head of promotions. And there, life again opens up, you know. Again, guys, it's important for you to prepare for your next level. So great things happen. And by the way, as we talk, I need you to understand one thing, that there is a promise of God on my life.
Okay.
True.
I am a miracle child. I am a walking miracle. And right now I feel nothing. I'm at an age I don't care what guys say, what guys think. I know it. And let me tell you, I'm living in the awareness of time. I know when a miracle is happening and when it's not. So I walk into Mamba and I'm putting together shows. So I do my first show. I bring DJ Pinye. And there used to be a lady called, she's now a head of Coke, I think, in Africa, Shalini, an Asian DJ, Little Mo. And then I bring in DJ John Rabar, and then I bring in, I think, Chameleon or Red Sun for a show. So it's my first time in Mombasa. I was staying at the Mombasa Beach Hotel, penthouse.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Set up really nice.
So, but you know, some of this is called false humility. You don't even unpack your bag just in case you're told it's the wrong way. So I'm up there, and then it gets to about, it was on a Saturday. It gets to about 4. So I said, let me sleep. I'll wake up at about 5. In Nairobi, you know, guys go to the club from 5. Like in all these clubs, at 5 o'clock it's full. So I say I'll wake up at 5. At 6 I start preparing. So I wake up at 6 o'clock. Nothing. I'm nothing. 8. I'm told coming. There is no one. 9, I go now, no one. Man, I go like, today I'm dead. And this guy was curly like hell.
And you're supposed to promote the club.
He's like, what?
Where are people?
So I decided I'll stay in the hotel. So he calls me on my mobile at 11:30. And he just goes on a tirade with insults. Stupid. What's wrong with you? I don't want him and printables. What's wrong with you? You're crazy. What do you want to do to this club? I'm like, I'm sorry. I thought these guys will bring people. I am sorry, sir. He says, what do you mean? This club will fall down. All these people.
Look at that miracle.
From Mombasa Beach Hotel to Mamba, it's about 2 kilometers.
Yes.
I ran. And that time I was very heavy. I was about 100 plus kgs. I ran to Mamba. When I got to the junction, those who know Links Road, there were cars parked on the road. And I could see crowds until the club. all these guys for this gig that I'd planned. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Even for me to get in, I had to get in through another route. We had to close the doors. We ran out of beer. We ran out of drinks. And remember, we were the guys who brought in Red Bull.
Yes.
And we had containers there. We ran out of Red Bull. Red Bull was, we had a promo for buy one, get one at 50 shillings. And the club is packed to the rafters. And the guy warns me, never do this again.
Never do that again. I mean, you're bringing business. What do you mean?
It was totally full. Now it became a nuisance. It's like, listen, and that time, Mombasa had a lot of tourists.
Right.
It was a lot of tourists that time. So that happens. We sell everything dry. Like now, a time has reached, everybody is looking at each other because now there's nothing to sell. We're just there. DJs are playing, guys are dancing.
Enjoy yourselves now.
Yeah, and it's Mombasa. No hydration. Guys are just there. So all that, it leapt to the next level.
Which was?
So I worked with the guy for about 4 years, 5 years. So during this time is when I'm working with Red Sun, Chameleon, Baby Cool, and I'm doing a lot of promotions. So I'm doing a promo in a club. I'll put 5,000 for Chameleon. But at the same time, I'm their manager, so I get 20%. And that time is when that time my late brother, Big Kev, was working at Capital. And I was on the other side. So now we're working on both sides, and we're pushing this whole agenda. And so we start doing road shows, we start doing events and everything. And it just leads to another and another and another. And then I become a household name, whereby anybody who is doing any event, there'll be a bouncing castle.
Yes.
Face painting,
yes,
horse riding,
artist,
and BigTed.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I became synonymous with that. But now when I was at KISS, I met a guy. Some short guy came with dreads. And he tells me, we're starting this magazine and we want you to support it. I'm like, who are you? So he shows me this magazine. I look at it. And then he tells me, I tell him, okay, can I keep it? He goes, no, we only have one copy.
Okay. And so how do you have a magazine and it's only one copy? Or that was the only copy they had then?
That became the Insider magazine.
Wow. Okay.
And he tells me, I want you to work with us. And that's why at any and every Insider magazine event, Chagola Tinis, I was the MC, standard. So I get in to help them promote and build up the brand. And big up to my boy, Adam Nyakundi.
Yes.
We remember day one. He didn't know anything. I didn't know much. But we just decided, let's just believe in this thing.
Let's plant this seed. Let's move on.
And we just used to go do school tours. We do events, Chagola Tinis, MVS. We brought here TKZ. We brought MTV. We brought all these guys doing these gigs. And it grows. But there's one synonymous name, BigTed. And that's what built my profile to where I am right now. Because now people who grew up in that generation remember two things. One, the product which was sponsoring.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're here. And two, the MC.
The MC.
Who was standard.
Yes.
Who was BigTed.
Yes.
And it grows on and grows on. And then there's another season I leave Miss Kenya and then also leave Red Bull.
Yes.
Because this guy says, oh, right now we're closing down and everything. In fact, let me tell you another story about Red Bull. So I'm working in Red Bull. He tells me, I want you to write a proposal to Austria. Because the owner of Red Bull was his friend, the late guy. He died 4 years ago. So he tells me, that guy is my friend. I want you to write a proposal. And this is what started sharpening my mind. I'm a very strategic thinker. It started sharpening my mind to think outside the box. But also it brings up the next point I told you of thinking about the next big thing. Like, what is your next big thing? Even for you, what's your next big thing? You know, I asked the other day, Modime, I asked somebody on a podcast that Makuro wenda wapi waki retire. You know?
Nenda kuritana familia yao.
Yes. Like, what is your next? Because you don't see them on the streets.
Yes.
You know, even for us who are in radio, like, what's your next?
I know.
You know, you need to build your next.
Okay.
So as I'm working there, I hope we still have time.
I want us to move forward because we only have 10 minutes. So like lots of stories.
And then Imeisha.
Imagine
1 hour.
I twende kazi. Alafu kuna sema next after Red Bull you wrote a proposal. And then what happened?
So we'll finish with Red Bull then for today.
Okay.
So he tells me write a proposal. So I write it and I give him my small proposal. Every promotion is 20,000. This. He asks me, are you serious? He tells me, this is a world-class brand. Why are you doing this thing?
Why are you thinking small?
He tells me, because I'd given a proposal, I think the budget was, I'd given a budget of like about 240,000, and me, I thought I'd maliza this guy's nguvu properly. I was going to do like 500 promotions. He tells me, write a proposal for 5 million shillings.
Yes.
I say, what? Then, not now. I'm like, how do I add 5 million here? I don't know. Tells me, listen, you will sit, you will cost everything, and you'll also cost the opportunity. And that brings me, as we leap, because we have to get out, it brings me to one of my next life's biggest lessons. A couple of years ago, a friend of mine is in trouble. He's not being paid by some people, and he has a file, and he tells me he wants a good lawyer. So I go to one of the most loudest lawyers in this town, and I tell him, listen, there's this thing, I need you to make some noise for me and make sure this guy is paid. And we pay the guy 500,000 shillings. And that was the last time I saw the guy. Actually, I think I saw him this year, and I'm talking about something for 5 years ago. And I remember I was at one of the restaurants in Kilimani, and I met the chairman then of the Law Society, Nelson Harvey. And I won't forget what Nelson told me. Because I went there and I was crying, Nelson, this guy has played me. Can you guys debar him, remove him from the bar and everything? And he just told me, Ted, as lawyers, we don't have like a menu. All right, so the guy can say just reading your file was 500,000.
Yes.
But he tells me, Ted, that is called the cost of learning. And for me in my life right now, I look at every mistake I have made as the cost of learning. It's what cost me. It has cost me to learn.
Yes.
So even in my failed business ventures, in my failed relationships, in my failed processes and everything, I don't look at it as a death sentence. For me, it was the cost I had to pay to learn that lesson.
All right, you learned a lesson. What did you need to unlearn as well?
Well, again, learn, unlearn, relearn. One very more important thing. I had to unlearn things that I carried with me from the past. So I grew up in Eastlands, in Nairobi, and I carried a false sense of humility.
Yes.
But it was not humility, it was fear.
We have that a lot.
I was afraid to ask for what it cost to access me because I felt that if I ask, you'll refuse. Right now, I'm not afraid of the word no. If you don't want, it is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is okay. That's why Rolls Royces are never built for everybody, but Pilau is.
I like that. Let me just ask her one question so that she doesn't feel like, what is something, same question, something that you needed to unlearn?
I think we always have the power of keep on postponing stuff. Like you want to do this, I was like, maybe I'll do it next. Procrastination, yeah, that's the word. I'm unlearning that, and I always say, like, let's get going. However it takes, wakikata ni sawa.
Ni sawa.
Yeah. Mine is just simple. Actually, first of all, thank you, BigTed, for coming through.
Yes.
Hata kama kidogo nili HSC, GHC, AMB, zote. It's been a pleasure. And
by the way, I sweated Modime
okay.
for the titles that he put. And for me, it's something that I've carried for a very long time.
Right.
So I actually have an honorary doctorate. And regardless of what guys think about it, I carried it. So I remember this day I was in LA with one of these artists. This artist, This Is Why I Love You.
This is
Major.
Major.
So I said it with Major. We're just talking. And I told him, I'm going next week to Seattle because this small university has given me this thing. But, they're not known. I was telling him, this thing is an honorary. Those guys will talk badly about me in Kenya. And he told me, Ted, I think you're looking at it the wrong way. He told me, Ted, do you know that small university has given you the biggest honor that they have? It's the same way someone comes to visit you and your mom removes that plate. So if you look at it, you're like, it's only but your mom has given them the highest honor
in the house.
And he told me, this university, this is the biggest they can give anyone.
Yes.
Even if the Pope comes, this is the best they'll be able to give.
Yes.
And I went to that place. I graduated. I wore that gown. I walked down. I didn't even tell anybody. I told my family that morning because I was afraid. I was like, so I no longer carry myself with false humility. I have paid my price. I have earned my stripes. I am Ambassador Dr. Thomas Kwaka Omolo, HSC, Head of State Commendation, given to me by the Head of State because of the work I did for him in his term in office.
And we appreciate the work that you've done. No matter how small the win is, what I have learned from you is
a win is a win.
Celebrate it, right?
And a win is a win.
Yes. And always look crisp and nice the way he does.
Totally. Oh, because you'll be addressed the way you're dressed.
Exactly. And thank you so much for coming through, both of you. Perhaps you could tell us where we can reach you if we want to reach you for your services for future business, right? Where can we find you, Suzie?
You can reach her in Langata. She lives in
So Instagram, TikTok, Suzie Kirui, SUZY Kirui.
Let me give you an opportunity to just say final words, final thoughts.
Yeah. So actually, me being a younger generation, I'm usually, I can just say I'm an inspiration too for the young kids that I usually coach as young as they are. So many good reviews about parents saying the work that I do. It means it's something well that's going on well for the nation. So I'd like to say always be a go-getter as young as you are, and there's always a position for you. There's always better. There's better people, better places,
and
better
don't ever stop dreaming.
And don't ever stop dreaming.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming through. Ted, please, your final words. Tukupate wapi? Ama nikule ni wapi alitoka?
Los Angeles.
You don't have to flex, but anyway, fine. Yeah. Los Angeles.
No. I'm actually on Instagram. At Team D2D.
Team D2D,
which is Team Dare to Dream. And my work here is I'm just a beggar telling another beggar where I found bread. And that's the same thing about these guys on the street. If today you give one guy bread and you give them every Tuesday, next week there'll be 10, the next week there'll be 50, the next week there'll be 100, because they tell each other. And that's just what I'm doing. God has blessed me to be able to just tell people where I found bread. That's all I'm doing. You know, I'm also with you. I'm a beggar with you, but I'm telling you, listen, nakupeleka kesho pale kuna mkate. Tunapewanga mkate huko ya bure.
So utadipeleka pale ulienda?
We'll take you and break it down for you.
Thank you so much for coming through, Abstrakt.
Yeah, me, I'm just happy. That's all I can say. Asante sana, Erukamano. We have to do a part 2 of this.
Yes, definitely, because there's a part 2 there. All right, let's get back into it. The top of hour is about to check in.